The Color of Your Eyes, written by Blackcatsassin, read by gutterratt1213, Chapter 38, Croissant.
Whiskey,
Dan said. No, Team Cake, Cleo insisted.
sounds way better if we're called Team Whiskey.
You like whiskey. I don't. I like cakes. You like cakes. Team Cake.
How about Team Jack Daniels? Sounds pretty cool.
Dan grinned. That's still having something to do with whiskey. Cleo shook her head as she drove past the center of Duskwood.
The Water of Life?
Now you're going overboard. Cleo couldn't hold back a chuckle.
Well, I doubt we're going to come up with a name before seeing Alan, since we're here now.
Dan pointed towards the building where Cleo parked her car nearby. Piece of cake, she grinned.
No.
Dan shook his head. Cleo burst out laughing. No, I meant it will be easier to find Alan than to come up with a name.
I guess so. Just so you know, once we're done with our task and we haven't come up with a name, we will just automatically pick whiskey.
Cleo huffed before helping Dan get out of the car and into his wheelchair. He cursed.
Ugh, soon I'll get off this damn thing,
he mumbled. All in due time, Cleo said while pushing Dan towards the police station.
Pie, she suggested. No. I'm sorry, but the police chief is not here today.
The police at the front office yawned while looking at his computer with a bored look. Cleo looked as if she had to add mushrooms to her cakes. What? But it's important. She darted to the front, accidentally pushing Dan away, who dangerously got closer to the edge of the entrance stairs.
Yes, and so did all the other 4 people who just called, insisting on police help.
The man took out a croissant from a paper bag. Cleo tried to smile but failed miserably. She looked like someone who had a toothache. Look, Carl. She put a lot of emphasis on his name, and that seemed to get his full attention. I need to speak with Alan. I can only speak with Alan. Either you call him and tell him to get back here immediately, or you tell me where he went, and I will look for him myself. If you don't, I will tell Martha that you are skipping your morning runs and instead spending time eating sweet breakfast at Cafe Rainbow. We don't want her to know that you are not following your diet, now do we? Carl's mouth fell open, and Cleo had a feeling it was not because of the croissant he was about to eat. He glared at Cleo, then took out a piece of paper and scribbled something on it.
I can't demand Alan to get back here. He's my boss. These are the addresses he went to today. Maybe you can catch him at one of them,
he said as he gave Cleo the paper, who grabbed it and tried to pull it from him.
Not a word to Martha,
he said before letting go of the paper. My lips are sealed. She made a motion of a zipper in front of her mouth. The policeman grumbled before sitting back down, picking up his croissant. Oh, and croissants have 500 calories, just so you know. It's like eating 5 buns of bread at once, Cleo yelled before leaving the police station, pushing Dan in front of her. Carl looked at his croissant, then sighed and put it away, going back to his work.
You know, you just blackmailed a policeman,
Dan snorted, but his eyes looked amused. Oh, don't worry about Carl. His wife is best of friends with my mom, and they're both members of the Gates of Hope. He wouldn't do anything that could harm their friendship. Cleo had a triumphant look on her face. Dan grinned.
You know, Cleo, sometimes you still manage to surprise me.
Good, Cleo beamed. Team Croissant.
No.
Dan's expression turned sour.